Let's have a look together at the enterprise plan features that Asana has. In this specific video, I want to focus on user-facing features. Those are the ones that most users will benefit from. There are plenty of other features in the enterprise plan. You have a lot of compliance and security and control features, but most users will never get to see them in action, or at least will not be able to interact with them. So in this video, I want to look at 5 features the enterprise plan has. As a reminder, today is August 2024. The new Asana plans have been released a couple of months ago, which are Starter, Advanced Enterprise, Enterprise Plus, and today I want to focus on Enterprise. So 5 interesting features. Those are not all the features available, but just 5 that I wanted to show you today. The bundles, the universal workload, the capacity planning, the custom icon, and the custom banner. Let's go. When you deal with Asana projects, sometimes you want to make changes to those projects. For example, you want to add a new custom field. The problem is if you have many projects based on the same template, those projects are unrelated to each other. So if you want to add a custom field, you have to go into every single project. And this is a problem we had. Our agency worked with more than 500 clients, which means we have 500 projects, which means it's really a pain to add a new column, a new rule into every single project. That's why Asana introduced bundles. A bundle is a way to bundle together custom fields, task templates, sections, and rules. If you make a change to the bundle, then that change will be propagated to all the different projects, saving you a ton of time. For example, if you look at this marketing team, there are 4 different projects there. If I open one of them, you can see in the customize menu that we have a bundle that applied. It's a generic bundle I created, and this bundle only has time tracking as well as a specific task template. That's really a way to put together some kind of a setup and then make sure it applies to all the different projects. If I add another task template, it will apply to all the projects using this specific bundle. And if I go back to my list of marketing projects, those 4 projects use this bundle as well as this project template right there. This project template also uses the bundle. If I go into edit, if I go into customize, this is what I get, generic bundle. And just be very clear about the fact that project templates and bundles are completely different. Project templates, they do have sections, but they also have all the tasks. The bundles, they do not have the tasks. They only have the structure of a project. If you use a bundle to manage the sections, you might be able to manage them within that bundle and also add a couple of other sections within the project template. But overall, you might be able to decide which sections the project gets from the bundle. Okay, feature number 1, bundles. Feature number 2, universal workload. So if you have Asana already, and if you have a business or advanced plan, you already know that a portfolio like this one has a workload feature. The workload allows you to see who's busy, who's working on what. The problem is it relies on tasks assigned to people with due date as well as a metric, the metric being in that case the estimated time. It gives you very interesting insights, but it's also a bit hard to come up with because you have lots of work to track everything with a very fine-grained, very small granularity. It doesn't apply to everything, and that's why we have the capacity plan. But in terms of workload, the problem is in that case, it relies on the projects within the portfolio, which can be quite limiting. For example, it might be hard to get all the projects you're working on within the same portfolio. You might actually hit some kind of limit, and also it's not very easy to use to make sure that you add every single project. That's why Asana created universal workload. If you go into reporting, you have a new button called workload view. And actually this one was created by me already. This is universal workload. It looks exactly the same way. The only difference is you decide who shows up on the left-hand side. You have the add people button, and then this will look at the entire Asana space, not just a specific portfolio with specific projects, but really the entire space. So really gives you clarity on what people are doing across the different projects, assuming you're using the same metric to measure work. So that one is using universal workload. The third one I want to show you is capacity plan. Using universal workload is great, and using workload is great if you have tasks and assigning end dates and a metric. But sometimes, let's say 6 months from now, you don't really know all those details. You just know that you have 3 projects coming in, you have 6 people working on them, one of them is part-time, the other ones are fully working on them, and you want to kind of anticipate and distribute the work. The workload feature doesn't allow this because it's working at the task level. That's why Asana introduced capacity plan. If you come in reporting, you also have capacity plan available right there. And this is one I pre-created for you. You have the ability to look at a plan from the project angle or from the people angle. So if I take the people angle, I can see that for a specific person, I made what we call allocations for those people on actual projects. So for example, I know that this person will work about 20 hours on this specific project between those dates. And this is something you declare. And I can add another allocation by simply clicking and saying, okay, they're going to work 10 hours on this for this specific project. So it's only a declaration. It's not based on any actual work, which is what's interesting. Because in a case like this, you might want to look at 3 to 6 months from now and then try to anticipate and delegate the work. And as you get closer to those dates, then those empty and fake projects will turn into real projects with real tasks within them. That will then allow you to move to the workload feature and get a more granular, fine-grained approach. So it's really 2 tools you can use in combination to look far ahead or look at what's happening right now in your company. So that was feature number 3. Feature number 4 is pretty easy. That's the ability to have your company logo in the top right corner. So basic customization, but always nice to see your company logo in there, especially if you work with clients and vendors and third party within your Asana space, so they can see the company logo up there. The final one, the 5th one, is the ability to customize form banners. If I go into a form, I have one right there. Here we go. This is a typical ISU request project that is being fed with a form. We have different forms in there. And we have this one. It has a custom banner. That's especially interesting if you have a form that is shared with people outside of your company, like a hiring form. People can actually apply to a job using your form and have that nice banner at the top. So a nice way to customize Asana overall. So those 5 features are only the tip of the iceberg. As I said, there are more user features. There are new features being released every month, and there are also a lot of security, compliance, and control features that are available. So make sure to check out my other video about the entire enterprise plan, where I kind of go through everything that's available within the enterprise plan and cover it pretty quickly. Thank you.